I'm single, I'm 36, and I am, I'm trying to assess these things. That's why I offered that up so quickly, is because I'm realizing like I'm starting to place different value on things that I need in a relationship. For a man now, like I really want a man who is okay with, like, he can cry, he goes to therapy, not cryotherapy. Just because you watched one Joe Rogan YouTube clip where you learned about a breathing, Wim Hof breathing, doesn't mean you're ready to be a giving lover and have compassion. But I want a guy that like works on himself. I go to therapy. I recently stopped because I realized I was too emotionally advanced for the men that I was like wanting to. Men need to catch up a little bit. And I'm not saying that as a dig. Men obviously don't go to therapy as often as women do because you guys are, society tells you that you're not supposed to feel. Right. And men are really scared to go to therapy, that they'll get in there and you'll be sitting across from like an old woman with a PhD who's like listening to your feelings. She's jotting things down and she'll be like, okay, I heard everything. And she'll close her book and go, I have like a diagnosis. You're gay. And that she'll go, and you know what? I have to tell everyone in your life because it's just my job and that's what I have to do. And
which is not a therapist's job, by the way. Exactly. It's clear you know nothing about therapists. And now I have to tell everyone because that's the therapy code.
Yes, they really think that there's going to be some admission in that will make them, like, the scaredest thing that heterosexual men fear is like, I might be gay. It's just a dumb fear, obviously. This is a joke, but I think that there is something to that. And I'm just telling you, like, men, if you go to therapy and you cry and you talk about your feelings, you're not going to be gay. She's not going to like open your eyes up to you're gay. And if you are gay, that's great too. I would really appreciate that. And because I don't want to keep dating you and have you take out your aggression on my asshole. I really couldn't commit to that joke. I gave up. I was like, it's too much. Conan's kids might be watching.
No. My kids won't see this. I'm just now checking the rafters. The whole crew just ran up into the rafters. Everyone was completely blown away by that. It's interesting though. Like, do you find that the men that you dated in the past probably needed to go to therapy?
That's always the reason, And it's nothing like, I don't need you to fix yourself. It's not going to get fixed. We're all but be working towards it. Acknowledge that things aren't working for you anymore. My ex-boyfriend, we broke up, I think because of that mainly. And because I couldn't stop talking about him on podcasts, and breached his trust a lot. But also he wasn't going to therapy. We started hanging out again. We're friends again. And the other day he was like, oh, I got to go at 3 because I got therapy. And I was like, really? Like, I was like, oh my God. And he goes, oh no, physical therapy. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, I go, what for? He's like, oh, my on my shoulder. And I was like, what? How? He's like, oh, I punched a wall because I forgot to DVR The Good Doctor. I'm like, oh yeah, don't look into that burst of aggression. That has nothing to do with your anger towards your father. Let's just keep living life the way you've been doing it.
So he wasn't, for a second though, you thought he was going to therapy and you were interested.
I was so horned up. I'm going to need physical therapy for how quickly I dropped to my knees and started unbuttoning his pants when he told me he was going to possibly address his complex emotions. God.
Well, you know what? You've put it out there that, because there are a lot of people that would be very interested in dating you, Nikki, a lot of good people, and you've put it out. It's good. You're putting it out there that you want a guy who's done some of the work and is open to being emotionally available, maybe exploring their stuff, seeing a therapist.
Tying me up. Like, wait. Okay. That was part of the therapy.
I love that you've lost your earphones 30 times during this interview.
Dude,
but
I had to borrow some from people because I cannot keep my own, and they are far too big for my tiny. Again, I have the very tiniest ear holes.
Oh man, that's the biggest turn on for me.
It's just they're so tight. A Q-tip makes me feel. No, I don't even know. But
By the way, that's nobody's turn on. I have the tiniest ear holes.
It's not. I literally went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor because my voice is just like I sound pretty rough. I'll save that. I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor. My doctor was like very hot and I didn't see it coming. And I would have like prepared, because whenever I'm around a hot guy, I make sure all my holes are like in working order. Not those, because I was like at the ear, nose. He put in a thing and I have like too much wax. I don't know why, I'm just like a waxy gal. And he looked inside and he goes, "Whoa, do you ever use a Q?" It's whenever I stick a Q-tip in, it literally looks like I stuck it in a baked ziti. Like I just make. Oh, it was so embarrassing. I was like, "Do you want to check any of the others? They're good."
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I'm looking for a guy. And yeah. I'm working on myself. And I honestly wanted to like put a call out there on your show. So anyone watching, you're a fan of Conan, I'm a single lady. Here's what I'm looking for. Someone who's emotionally evolved. Someone who's doesn't have to be funnier than me, just has to get my jokes. If you like Conan, you're gonna get my jokes. And then also looks wise, I can be a little shallow. I don't mind height. I'm height blind. I don't care. I like a short guy because if you go for a short guy, you can tend to get hotter guys if they're shorter, like on discount. It's like, getting like a designer sweater at Marshall's. Like it's like overlooked by most people. So like you can get hotter in the face if you can get a 10 in the face if you go 5'7" in the height is what I found. But so height doesn't matter. But like, I like how women always tend to describe men's like physical traits that they like based on like athletes. So if I was building my perfect man, it'd be like like swimmer's shoulders, like runner's legs, and like a golfer's asshole. I don't know what that means. That was just a dumb joke. I
what does that
to
mean?
Make you laugh. I literally don't know.
I didn't know.
I just wanted to be able to hold these earbuds in place.
Oh,
I wanted to be the same size as mine. What am I talking about? Oh, my mom and dad are watching. And
please! You can always call them and say, the Conan interview got canceled. Don't watch.
That's true, but they love you too much, and they also they got me
met your
into
parents.
You.
They came by the show. They came by the show.
My parents are the reason I'm cool. They're much cooler than I am, and my dad took me aside when I was in, I think 7th grade, and was like, "There is a show that I just came across it last night. It was your 5th anniversary special."
Oh.
And he taped it on VHS, and I watched it, and I just, I told you this before, but it was this moment for me where I was like, something out there. You felt this way comedically about people.
Yep.
I'm understood. The things I've been laughing about and want to laugh at are being done, and this is just. I watched your 10th anniversary special last night, oddly enough, and was just reliving some of the greatest moments. And
that's nice.
I'm just so grateful you're still around and will continue to be around. And like,
that's really,
calling you my friend is one of the greatest gifts of my life.
Well, you will see the same thing, which is when you put this stuff out there, it's only because I've been doing it for a long time, but when you put stuff out there, you're going to meet so many young people, men and women, who come up to you and you're not even aware. You're just doing your thing right now. And then they're going to come up to you later on and they'll say, when I was 7, when I was 10, when I was 15, I got in trouble because I watched you and it really like connected with me. So you have no idea how many friends you're making right now. I mean, you hear it all the time from people, but it just goes. And to me, that's the nicest thing about being in this business. Absolutely. That, the money's not bad, but that's the best part.